Say that I love figures a lot. Do you agree? Well, I want to tell you this. Accountants are not boring people. They're just excited about boring things. I once went for a karaoke, and I love to sing very much, so I went for a karaoke. And it was about 12 midnight. I was going home. And then at that point in time, a beautiful girl came in right in front of my karaoke room. And then another one came. And then another one, and there were 4 beautiful ladies. And I asked my friend, what's happening? Have we ordered these ladies? And she told me this, David, I thought you loved figures. I had told them, yes, I do love figures. But not this kind of figures. And then they said, oh David, all you need to do is we just select one among the four ladies there. I said, oh, well, I'm an accountant, you know. I prefer someone balanced. And all we need to have, I think, is just a good debit and a good credit, and I think it will automatically balanced. So we were looking around and trying to find the best. And then I was quite nervous, so I was saying that, hey, friend, I think we need a general audit. We need a general audit. Then my friend was asking me, how is that possible? How are we going to do it? Well, all we need to do is just open our books, open all the books, and analyze the figures. Very carefully, get to the bottom of it, and get to the raw data and facts of it. Well, we had an audit, and along the way, you know, I was getting very flabbergasted with my friend. I was saying, what kind of audit are we doing? That we got to follow some kind of international standards for audit. And my friend was telling me, I know, but the accountants got to be creative as well. So, by the time I came back home, 4 a.m., I was totally out of balance. You know, some people also say that accountants are very calculated people. And you know, whenever I go for lunch or for going for shopping, people always tell me, oh, accountants, you're always very calculated. So once, I went for a funeral. I went for a funeral session with a friend of mine. And then it was a very sad occasion. You know, our good friend had left 2 young children behind. And suddenly my friend felt very, very guilty. And he was saying, oh, I think I got to return money to this man. I owe him $9,000 and not paid him all these years. $10,000, he said. And I said, wow, yeah, don't tell anyone. I'm going to pay him direct. So he took out $10,000 cash and he took it and he put it in the coffin. And then I said, wow, what are you doing? Why can't you give it to the family members? Why are you giving it direct to the person out there? I mean, he's dead. He's going to heaven and they're going to burn the money. I said, no. He said, oh no, I'm very guilty. Don't tell anyone about it. I'm going to give that money to him directly. I looked at him and I said, you know, as an accountant, I was calculating myself. And then suddenly I had an idea. I told him, oh dear, I'm also very guilty of the whole thing. I think I still owe money to this guy. I said, I owe him $90,000. He said, wow, is that right? Yes. I got to repay him too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a check. So I made a check to the late Mr. Tan Kok Lai. I put $100,000 there. I signed it, I crossed it, and I put that $100,000. You see, I like to be an accountant. And all my life I have been an accountant. And you know, I'm very proud to be an accountant, especially the word CPA. You know, some of you don't know what CPA means, but CPA means a certified public accountant. So I'm very proud when people say, wow, you're a CPA. So once you know, I went to a friend's place, my customer, And then he had a son. He was very busy, so his son came along and his son said, "Oh, you are a CPA." Oh, I said, "Oh, you're a very smart boy. You know I'm a CPA, huh? Oh, how do you know?" My father said you're a CPA. He keep on saying that all the time. Wow, your father is a smart guy too. Okay, yeah. What CPA really means? Well, he looked at me. Of course I know what CPA means. He says that you're a complete pain in the ass. You know, by now, I think some of you want to be an accountant too, right? Well, I can say there are two qualifications for being an accountant. You got to have good qualification, paper qualification, and you got to be creative. So, when I was employing some staff for my firm, where, you know, some applicants came by and he gave me some good papers. Most of the applicants was using MBAs and they were all having Masters of Accountancy. All of them was very impressive. But all the time, usually, I have to check whether they were creative or not. So I asked them a very simple question. I asked them, what is 2 plus 2? Well, all of them looked at me and said, of course 4. I said, okay, well, we have a very fruitful interview. I show you to the door. But there was one guy who was real smart. I asked him, what is 2 plus 2? You know what he replied? He said, I am an accountant, and you are an accountant, and as an accountant, 2 plus 2 can be 4, can be 5, can be 6. It's up to you. Whatever profits you want. I look at him and I said, young man, I think you have the right track there. You can join me in my firm. You know, I'm going to end the speech right now. I'm going to end the speech. And I want to tell you something. There was something very interesting that happened the other time in the karaoke. I was coming out of the karaoke and I forgot to release my bladder. So I was very, very looking for the toilet. I couldn't find it at all. And then I just do it. I just ease myself. And then my friend was looking on. He said, what are you doing? You're an accountant. You mustn't be doing like this. I just ignore him and I continue to do it. And I pull it up and I say to him, hold on, friend. I am an accountant. I am a public accountant. I'm a certified public accountant. And I'm certified to do it publicly. Thank you very much.